All right, ladies and gents, forget the lighting, and I know I just posted a video on the Miami Dolphins' victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I thought I'd shoot this one on the Canes. I know I said I'd wait till tomorrow, but I'm not. I've been really busy this weekend, and again, the Miami Dolphins had a late game, so it's been very, very hard to record. I usually record these things late, but I have to get ready for tomorrow in the morning to work and teach students. As far as the Miami Hurricanes game goes, it was an atrocious game. I mean, just to sum it up, we suck. I mean, we are just not a good football team. We are very undisciplined. Last week it was an issue with penalties, hence the reason why I think we only scored 20 points. We beat Duke last year, like the same Duke team. We humiliated them at home, over there on the road, and this year we give 45 points to this football team, and it's kind of interesting because you do want to give this coaching staff an opportunity to get their own players in. And Mario does have a history of turning programs around. Like he turned around FIU. When he got to Oregon, they were 4-8 under Willie Taggart, and under his tutelage, they got two Pac-12 championships, a Rose Bowl victory, and some guys that were picked first in the first round in the NFL. So when it comes to talent acquisition and when it comes to develop the player development, he does have a proven track record. Again, going back to FIU, he developed T.Y. Hilton. Um, but I do have concerns because I was just telling, by the way, a much shout out to Chris Gonzalez. All right, Chris Gonzalez, who's been an amazing supporter of this show, of this podcast, of this YouTube channel. I mean, thank you, Chris, for all your support, your commentary. It's much greatly appreciated. I enjoy the back and forth that we have. I was telling Chris, this was a 10-2 team, or almost a 10-2 team last year. They won 7 games, but they lost their 3 games. They lost by less than 10 points combined. So as much criticism as Manny Diaz gets, in particular, these group of guys, that are under Cristobal's leadership, did not quit on Diaz. So I wonder if they're quitting on Cristobal. Those are just questions. I'm not 100% sure. They do look better in some aspects. They did sack the quarterback 6 times. The pass rush has been better, the last few games. But nonetheless, though, they still break down, on defense again. 21 points given up in the fourth quarter. They had taken the lead and they managed to just fumble it away, no pun intended. 8 turnovers is unacceptable. You're not beating FIU if you turn over the ball 8 times. All right, three interceptions by Jake Garcia. Tyler Van Dyke gets knocked out of the game in the second quarter. I know you don't have your first round offensive lineman, but he gets knocked out. The play calling is a little suspect. I don't mind the air raid that's going on. I do think this team is much better, equipped for a more of a passing game than a running game. Just think the ball needs to come out quicker. I mean, Kobe Young did get one of his 2 touchdowns on a mesh route in general, which they pretty much meshed everybody together, and he got free and he was able to get a touchdown in the back of the end zone, courtesy of quarterback Tyler Van Dyke throwing him the football. But the bottom line is that this team is just not good, and I don't even think they're gonna make a bowl game. They're 3-4. They're playing, Virginia, this upcoming week. They should win that game, but who knows now? They're going on the road. Then they play Florida State. Florida State is a much improved team under Mike Norvell. A lot of their losses have come in close games, and they beat LSU pretty much in LSU territory. So they are playing better football. They're not beating Clemson on the road. Let's just call that game a wash. You're looking at possibly a 4-7 team. All right, this team last year almost won 10 games, and you can say, oh well, it was Charleston Rambo, Mike Harley. But my God, bro, are Charleston Rambo and Mike Harley that good that you can't beat Middle Tennessee? Are they that good that you can't beat Duke, at home? I mean, come on. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way the Kings lost this game. They put Duke on a short field. This game, you had 66 points combined amongst these two teams. And when you look at it, they had less than 700 yards combined, on offense. So you gave Duke a short field, which isn't fair to your defense either. So the bottom line is, Rooster again fumbles, and you had a fumble by Keyshawn Smith as well. You had again 3 picks by Jake Garcia. Everyone was telling you, you should start over Tyler Van Dyke. There's a reason why Tyler Van Dyke is starting over Jake. Right? He's a much more precision passer, and he makes less mistakes with the football. That was one of the things about Jake in practice. They throws more picks than Tyler. Okay, so although like I look back and Butch had a rough go before he could turn the team around. Butch Davis. I do want to give this coaching staff some time, to get their own guys in. And Antonio Tripp has already said the offensive linemen that Mario Cristobal's recruited, they're not flipping, they're going. All of them are going together, so we will see a offensive line mirrored after Mario Cristobal's image, in particular. And the Oregon offensive line averaged over 200 yards, a game rushing. So, there's confidence in that too. But the bottom line is, though, I do have my concerns. I just don't think this team at the moment is playing for Coach Cristobal. I mean, the way they're losing, they gave up, they almost blew the game against Vatek, in the fourth quarter, giving up 14 points on defense. And then they just gave up 21 points again, in the fourth quarter against Duke. So I do have my concerns. That's just it. But I do think at the moment, we're just not a good football team. All the 4 stars, 5 stars, they're not playing to their potential, except for Leonard Taylor. Leonard Taylor's just a beast when he's on the football field. Again, though, the coach's credit, identifying guys in transfer portal. Akeem Mesidor is still a stud. Colby Young, a stud. But why wasn't Colby Young playing? Yeah, he doesn't run good routes at practice, but look at the punch he's giving you on offense. The last 2 games he's played, we probably would have won the A&M game if he would have been the starting wide receiver and not Michael Redding. So those are just things to think about. So I do have my concerns. All right, I do appreciate the support for everybody out there. I'm gonna call it quits tonight, but I just want to say that we're just not playing good football, and I hope that we can turn it around against Virginia, get a good win, and in preparation for Florida State. Because although Florida State is a home game, you've got your tail whipped, by Middle Tennessee, and you got your tail whipped by Duke. So Florida State is not a guaranteed victory. All right, so we'll see what happens. All right, everybody. Once again, it's a quick one. All right. Try new things, see what you guys like, see what you guys prefer. So if you like what you heard, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For 305 Sports Now, once again, I am Will. Stay safe. God bless. See you soon.